Namaste, my beautiful lions. Welcome to your reading for November 17th to November 23rd. Thank you so very much for joining me here this week. Now, we are still doing this backward motion with Mercury retrograde. It is a cosmic dance, a time to pause as Mercury continues its retrograde into the sign of Cancer. And it's really asking all of us to take some time to not rush on anything, to revise, to rethink, to recalibrate what it is that we really want in our life. Okay, this is, even with all of the glitches and the little issues with transportation and electronics and communication, whatever does happen, that kind of makes us upset. This is such a powerful time to really think about what is important to us in our lives. And with Jupiter and Saturn, it's guiding us towards greater wisdom, reminding us that this time of reflection creates transformation in our life. So take this pause wholeheartedly to reflect and to transform the parts of your life that you are ready to change about yourself. Okay, my darling Leos, my darling Lionesses, this is what this is about. This is what this week is about. Now, Leo, for you, it's time of reflection before the big roar. My lions and my lionesses, you are preparing for a very powerful next step in your life. But, the cosmos say first you need to refine your vision. So the next step for you is going to be very, very big. But refine your vision, your focus, review your creative projects, your leadership goals, even your public image, because small adjustments now that you make, especially during the time of a Mercury retrograde, will magnify your success later. Okay, my darling Leos? And your mantra for this week, my darling Leos and my lionesses, is I shine brighter when I move with intention. I shine brighter when I move with intention. So for my darling Leos, you could kind of just be coasting at this time. But when you have clear intentions of what you want in your life, how you want to manifest these things in your life, it just blows up for you, my darling Leos. So mantra, I shine brighter when I move with intention. Okay? So I really hope that resonates with you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And for those of you who do, I very much appreciate it. Any comments, likes, shares, subscribes, especially on my YouTube channel and my website, and any other social media platform really, really helps me. It's a wonderful exchange of energy, and it helps me to continue giving these readings each week until I'm able to start my personal readings again. Okay, so I'm just going to flip my screen, so just bear with me as I do that. Oh, and I just wanted to mention, if you know your moon, your rising sign, as well as your sun sign, sometimes it helps to watch all three signs, because you might get a little bit of guidance and inspiration from all three of those signs on this week's reading, or on any readings in which I do the 12 signs. Try to watch your rising and moon sign as well, because there may be a little tidbit of inspiration in there for you. Okay, so I'm just going to flip my screen. There we go. All right. So for this week, my darling Leos, I have 5 different decks. The first deck that I have chosen is my Energy Chakra Oracle. My Energy Chakra Oracle. Very powerful deck as far as what needs balancing in our energy center within our body. And especially during the time of a retrograde, or when we've gone through something in our life, whatever that situation or circumstance may be, whether in relationships, finances, health, anything in life that throws us off can really put our chakras into imbalance, right? So I'm going to do this, and I ask Spirit now to please give me the message for the Leo collective for which chakra and what message they need for this week. So this card just jumped out, so we'll take that. Perfect. Okay. The next deck that I'm picking is Soul Truth. So what is it that your soul wishes to tell you, my darling Leos? What does your soul want to tell you at this time? And remember that your soul is connected to the divine, right? We're all one with the divine. All right, so just bear with me. Oh, wow. This one's really taken a while, Leo. So let's see what the soul has. Okay. Oh. I'm going to go with this one. Okay. Perfect. The third deck is the the Healing Oracle. The Healing Oracle deck. This is the one. Perfect. The fourth deck is the Angel Tarot. So there's 5 different decks that I'm doing this week, my darling Leos. So hopefully you'll get an in-depth message, and if you further look at your rising and moon signs, you will get even a more in-depth reading of and hopefully get some inspiration from that. Okay, this one is popping out. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So this is for the Leo collective for November 17th to November 23rd. Now I'm just going to flip my screen again. Bear with me. And here we go. Perfect. So I'm going to take these cards in sequence in order that I got them. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, from my darling Leos. The very first card that you got is physical health. Physical health. Okay. And if you look at this card, you see a lady, and I don't know if I'm allowed to show the picture on this card, so I won't do that anymore. But this is all about the root chakra. The root chakra. The root chakra is at the base of your spine, and it represents safety, sustenance, money, shelter, food. So now that is the energy center that may be blocked for our Leo collective at this time. So when I see this, it can be, maybe fears about finances, or a phase in a life where you're not sure how or what is coming next. It's about your body image, your strength, your vitality. There could be some blockages in the root chakra that make you feel as if though, you're not enough. And that can happen when the root chakra is blocked. There can be fears around our own self, our own image, our finances, and also there can be imbalances in our physical or our mental health. So it's very, very important for those of you for those of you Leos that are watching me today, to really do some grounding outside, to envision light flowing through your body and ground your roots into Mother Earth, so that you can balance this energy center. So it's all about balance. It's about safety, sustenance, shelter, food, knowing that you are safe where you are. Okay, very, very powerful. I also get with this card the navel sacral, and the navel sacral, which is just around your belly button, just above the root chakra. It is about physical desires, appetites, addictions, at its lower octave. And at its higher octave, it's about authenticity and creativity. So there could be certain things that are transpiring in your life or a phase of your life in which you may not feel as worthy. And when we feel unworthy or we feel unfulfilled within ourselves, what can happen is it can cause such an imbalance that it also affects our finances and the base, right? Our safety, sustenance, all of that stuff that we need to survive in this world. So when the navel sacral is off, the root chakra as well, I feel, is off. And usually the both are connected because they're the two closest chakras together. So you want to clear right now the navel sacral and the root chakra, my darling collective of Leo. Something with these two chakras is imbalance. It's also sexuality. There could be something off with this. So grounding would be very important for you, meditation, energy healing. And when I say grounding, like if you're outside a lot, take your shoes off and actually ground into Mother Earth, even if for a few minutes a day. I know it's getting colder in the northern hemisphere, but if you can do that, you can really ground into Mother Earth, and you'll get more balancing for those two energy centers, okay? So the next card, which is the Soul Truth card, is asking you, so your soul, am I focused on what I am losing or what I am gaining? Am I focused on what I am losing or on what I am gaining? So, I really feel for the Leo collective. You're at a phase in your life in which there has been a great deal of turmoil, feelings of loss that maybe you've been focusing on too much. And what your soul is asking, and in turn spirit, because you are connected, are you focused too much on what you're losing or on what you are gaining? Because through whatever you have been through recently, whether it's grief, whether it's separation, whether it's a new phase in your life, a loss of a job, or something that has left your life, there is too much focus on it instead of focusing on all of the things around you and what you truly are gaining because of something else that is no longer there. Okay? And are you going through some change, my darling Leos? Are you scared to let go because of what you might lose? What if you shifted your focus from what you might lose to what you might gain? Endings are actually new beginnings. Okay, my darling Leos, powerful message. And your soul action for this week is, this week, make a list of all the things you will gain from the change you are going through. Feel your heart, take a breath, and deepen into trust. Amazing things are coming into your life. Wow, Leo, this is a very transformative phase in your life, but you need to concentrate on the positive and on what you are gaining because of something that is falling away for you. Okay, your energy healing card says return to the heart. Return to the heart. Wow. I breathe light and stick to the essential of my soul, the present moment. I calm my thoughts, I focus on my heart, and I find space just to be where my light and greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. Beautiful. This is beautiful. Return to the heart. So, Leo, whatever you have recently gone through, there's been some losses, there's been some changes in your life, in your circumstances, and you're being asked not to focus on that anymore, but to focus on the lessons that you've learned from this hurt, from the pain, from the grief. And you're being asked to focus on all the blessings that are around you. Return to your heart, my darling Leo. Return to the heart. Get out of the head space now. It's time. And this is a powerful card, the next card, and it's the Two of Fire. The Two of Fire, magnificent. You've come into your own through a process that you have been through or going through for the past year, I want to say. And it's time of new partnerships in your life. It's a time of new partnerships or new ways of being and doing partnerships. It's a time of new contracts. It's all about the new. So continue, my darling Leos, to move forward, because there's a lot of blessings from everything that you have been through. So just consider that life is about learning. It's about growth. And everything that you have recently been through has taught you significantly about who you were and who you no longer are, and who you are now becoming at this phase in your life as you move forward. What are you letting go of? This is such a powerful reading, my darling Leos. And the last card you got is clairaudience. Clairaudience. You know, Leos are very psychic, I want to say. They very much are, because they rule the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the connection to God, right? To spirit. And so you are very connected. And, you know, the archangel that comes through for you for this week is Archangel Zadkiel. Archangel Zadkiel. And, you know, you are being told to notice the loving guidance that that you hear inside your head, and also from other people around you. Okay, there are people that are supporting you, that are giving you guidance. But I think because you are so much in the thought of what you've just been through, you are not seeing the loving, you're not hearing the loving thoughts, the support that's coming at you full-heartedly, because your heart is still heavy. But it's time to let it go. It's time to rebalance your body, your mind, your spirit, to ground, to meditate, my darling Leos, to pray, and to just look around you at all the blessings that you have, for all the lessons that you have learned, because you have become better for these lessons and the turmoil that you've been through in your life. Know that the people around you support you and love you, and also spirit and God are trying to guide you. And your clairaudience, your clear hearing, could be very, very powerful at this time. How do you know, my darling Leos, if you're getting true divine guidance? You know if the thoughts that are repeating in your mind are full of love and good vibes. When it's negative, it's often the ego mind. It's the fear, the doubt, the worry, the stress, right? But when it's love and it's consistent, good things, that's when you know that it's coming divinely to you from spirit. Okay, my darling Leos. Well, I really, really hope that this week's reading resonated with you. Once again, thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing. Thank you to my darling Kimberly Keller. I'm so appreciative. You do so much for me in sharing, and I might make you a moderator eventually on this YouTube channel. God bless you, and thank you all for all that that you do. Please make sure that you check out your moon sign and your rising sign as well as your sun sign to get a little bit more of an in-depth reading for this week. Well, my darling Leos, those were your reading. Those were your messages for the week of November 17th to November 23rd. I hope that they resonated with you. I wish you all a magnificent week ahead. All my love. Namaste.